Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. There was some wrestling that happened, obviously. I am yet to get to watching Full Gear yet, so I have a lot, I know what happened. I saw, a bunch of the replays and highlights and everything, but didn't get to watch it all just because what was going on, but I will get to it. And I've seen a mixed bag, about what people felt about the show in general too. So, one day I get much more in depth. Just got, crazy weird weekend. A lot of, just sad things happen. But we can talk about Friday night though, and Smackdown and Rampage that led into it. I can even tell you my feelings just from I saw matches, match wise for Full Gear. I mean, I can give my feelings on that too when we get there. But I'll start out with SmackDown. Obviously, because I can just go AEW, and starts out with Sonya Deville in the ring with and there's Shotzi and Natalia, Shayna Baszler, Leah. Enters Sasha Banks, comes out with her other team captain, and then entered out Naomi. Obviously, we knew it was coming. We knew it was going to happen just the way they're having her and Sonya go. And shockingly enough, all hell breaks loose. I mean, who did not see that coming? All hell breaking loose with all of those combustible elements in the ring. At least they have some of that going on, for the team, which is a good thing. I mean, there's not a lot of, crazy, but Shotzi, obviously, and Sasha. And you could throw Shayna Baszler in there with Naomi because of her allegiance, with what she's done for Sonya Deville. So, they have some interesting pieces in there for everyone to have some kind of animosity, because you need to have, someone with some kind of real animosity. And I mean, they, again, like I said, they could have done matches to make people earn their spot instead of just announcing, which could have, added to the stories, but at least they're on that female's team. Like their choices were people that were already going at it for the most part, which I'm okay with again, because Sasha being, a face, like, sorry, it's not my thing. So we'll see how they, go with that. I think she always does a better job as a heel. There wasn't a lot of, face work, either. Because when she was with Bailey, obviously, they were heels, and then everything happened with Bailey, and Bailey was the heel, so obviously she was the face. She switched back right away because obviously Bianca was the face in their matchup at Mania. So, see where they go with this, see how long it lasts. Again, I mean, you people can tell me I'm crazy or I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of us can agree that Sasha does better work as a heel. So, anyway, that led to a 6-woman tag match with Sasha Banks teaming up with Naomi and Leah. Leah making her SmackDown debut. Looking good doing it too. That's just me though. Against Natalia, Shayna Baszler, and Shotzi, who I might have looked good AF as well. I always thought she was, see how this run, goes with that. But it was good. Again, regardless of what they look like, Shotzi finally, I think she's talented. She's got her own thing. Her getting any shot is good, and Aaliyah finally getting, because again, breaking ground like she's been doing it forever, trying to get there, and she's there. She looked good in the match. Like, never mind, like not physically. No, she did, but in the ring, she didn't look that bad. So good on her. But I don't care what anyone says, her and Shotzi were doing it. But Natalia giving that suplex to Naomi from the apron to the floor, I mean, that was nice and crisp and solid. That was a hell of a thud. They felt that one later. How much you land right, still feel that. Then another one, nice quick snap one on the outside. That looked good before they went to a commercial break, I believe. And then sadly, the next thing that I remembered from the match, I wrote down, don't have to write it down, but someone needs to relay to Natty that those discus clotheslines, they just please stop. Especially when the person's standing there. I mean, it takes you 2-3 seconds to spin around like that, if not more. Like, sorry. I just, today's day and age in wrestling, I just think they look stupid as hell. So someone please stop doing that. For the love of God. And I said it when Brian did one too. I think it was last week. And please someone tell him, even with how good he is and all that. I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Comment, tell me what you think, but I think discus moves pretty much, come flying off the rope doing something you guys are moving. I mean, maybe, but the person just standing there weeble wobbly. You have all those seconds, stop, turn around, spin, like you just look like a dumbass to me. And please stop. Pretty please. And though, I mean, they ended the match good. I mean, with Aaliyah getting, picking up the W in their SmackDown debut, which, I mean, that's a good thing for her debut. Yeah, and especially after how much time we didn't see her after the Robert Stone brand, and I hated that anyway. So, it's nice to see her start out with getting the W. I mean, later on, Sony tells her that she's no longer on the Survivor Series team. So she's off of it. Yeah, she got to fight her way back in there. I have a really odd feeling it's just they're going to put Sonya on the team. Sonya's going to put herself on the team, or Naomi, just so they could just maul her and get her out right. I mean, like something stupid like that. But regardless of how stupid they get with that, they still let Aaliyah get the victory in her SmackDown debut. So there's some talent in the ring. I mean, again, she was in there with Naomi, Sasha, Natty, Shotzi, and Shayna. I mean, there's talent in the ring. So they're getting her first one. Yeah, it was good. I just want to see what they're going to do with her going forward, because I thought her wrestling compared to where it was years ago looks really good now. Just got to see what they're going to do with it. Hopefully they don't screw it up. But when have they ever not screwed something up? But yeah, tell me what you think. I think it looked good. Was it the greatest thing you'll ever see? No. But did it look good? Yes. Did she look good doing it? Yes. Like Shotzi? Yes. And there's a lot of good talent in there. Again, just got to see what they're going to do with it. But you got the victory. So it was like that high and then crashing back down, telling her she's off the Survivor Series team. So I'm just curious. See who they're going to replace with. They're going to tell us beforehand, or are we going to go into SmackDown, the days before to find out? I'm curious to see what they're going to do there. Still good. But I think there's some promise there. So we'll see what they do with it. Cut us over to Sami cutting a promo in the mirror about being the locker room leader and the elder statesman and yada, yada, yada. Camera moves over. There's Jeff. Yes, Jeff, how long he's been there the whole time. Yeah, that's my thought. Tells me I thought it sucked. And I mean, regardless of what you thought about the thing, I mean, Sami plays off whether it's a crazy conspiracy guy, this original, like all of it, his stuff with Kevin. Yep. Like that stuff. Sammy's, I thoroughly enjoy seeing Sami, do stuff. And still, when people are talking to me about wrestling and the realness, like or anything, I like, or just good matches, I like to go back to Sami Nakamura in Sammy's last match at TakeOver. I believe that was Dallas. Because I still think that was amazing. And he's perfect to be given a crazy rah-rah speech to himself in the mirror. Like, he plays it so well and the evolution keeps going. I mean, but I'd like to see him, get, some kind of title, like just something, maybe. But he's doing this great. Doing it really, really good. Just got to see what they're going to do with him going forward, championship-wise or anything. But I like it just because he plays it off so well. There's my feelings. I think he plays it well. And Roman tells Kayla that no one cares what she wants, leaves, Heyman out there to do the Heyman thing. And, Heyman goes, how about how they're upping the stakes? And if Roman loses and doesn't bend the knee, then he's, relinquishing his championship and banishing himself from SmackDown. Like, we all knew that was going to happen. That was a giant waste of time because we all knew no matter what, he wasn't dropping the title, regardless if he lost or not, and going anywhere, especially 10 minutes before Survivor Series. Like, that was just a waste of time right there. At least to me, I hate it when they do stuff like that. They're always going to do stuff like that. Like, yeah, right, sure. Like, you can say whatever the hell you want. We all know it's going to happen in the end. And literally, regardless of the outcome, we know it's going to happen in the end. So, and those things just always hurt my head, but Amy can still talk. So, there's that. Angel and Roberto defeated Nakamura and Boogs, which isn't a good sign for, Nakamura and Boogs going and continuously losing. Damn shame, because I think they're talented, but they are at least giving Humberto a push. I mean, they gave Angel a good one with Andrade and all that. Well, they're mauling Humberto. So Los Lotharios, I mean, they win. They're going to keep moving on. We'll see what happens with it. Adam Pearce makes a match between Sami Zayn and Jeff Hardy for later on in the night, which, again, I'm not, talking anything bad about that, but Adam Pearce did with Von Wagner standing there by his side, and literally everyone on the commentary team and all that acting like they had no idea who he was. Like, we don't see him on NXT, like, since they rebranded, like, that night, like right there at the beginning, like he's been there. So them acting that stupid really hurt my head. Literally, like, really, really hurt my head. It's like, that's stupid, but did lead to a match between Jeff and Sami, which is good. I mean, it's not the greatest stuff you're ever going to see, but Sami gets caught with his feet on the ropes. He argues with the referee. Jeff hits him, twist of fate, swanton, all of that. And because Jeff won, he got to stay on the SmackDown team for Survivor Series. He got to see Sami lose his mind as they took his face off of the thing. So I'm really curious as to who they're going to, put in that spot. It's going to be some kind of like surprise. How they're going to do it. Again, are they just going to announce it like they did everyone else, or is there something going to be boom? Some kind of actual thing like on Friday night. Like, how are they going to pull that off? I'm curious about it. And that Sami thing, always love Sami. And it doesn't hurt my head as bad as Charlotte does when she talks. So can someone please, like, she just so overly does it. It doesn't even pretend to sound good anymore. I mean, she just, I don't know, just over. Like, there's, accentuating yourself, and then there's what she does, like turn yourself up to 11. She's like tries to go well beyond 11, and I don't like it. In ring wise, she's talented as hell. Just, I don't know, there's something about her on the microphone that hurts my damn brain. At least we got to see Toni Storm come out back in her shorts doing all that, whatever, but challenges, Charlotte to a match, and Charlotte turns around and walks off, so she doesn't get it. But at least we got to see Toni Storm, and she got up in her face and did that. So maybe that'll lead to something down the road for Toni, because I think she deserves, all of it. I think she's that talented. So got to see what they're going to do with it. We know it's going to be somewhere down the line. Obviously, there's Becky and Charlotte. That's Survivor Series. So we'll see where they go with it afterward. I'd like to see Toni get a shot, because I think she's talented enough, like in ring wise and everything. So we'll see what happens with it all. Then we got, King Woods talking with Kayla backstage. He can talk. We got the Hit Row doing stuff. They can talk. We got to Jinder and Shanky, with Shanky rapping. Can we just go back to Shanky getting the bejesus beaten out of him with a steel chair, regardless of what some people have said about it? Like, him rapping, that was mind-alteringly dense. Like, that actually physically hurt my damn head with all that beatboxing and all between the two. Like, please God. Like, so they went from making him look big and bad and doing all the stuff with Drew and all that, and now they're beatboxing and rapping. Like, pretty much, at least you know where you stand now, Jinder. Right back where you belong. Zaya Lee got another vignette, so she's coming soon. I hope she does, because again, since before the repackage, I was like, Since the repackage, when she's come back, I mean, the moves are good. I mean, she did knock out, Mercedes Martinez, out. which wasn't, obviously, I mean, it does happen. But since she came back, I mean, just she's looked phenomenal. Whether you're talking about looking at her, her work has been crisp and vile. I mean, just having her play that character, like it's been really, I think, a blessing for her. Because look at her, she was floundering before that and it got over so well that she's now on SmackDown. So I look forward to whatever they're going to do, the debut and all that and what they're going to throw her into. But I like it. Ridge Holland, talking with Kayla about, Sheamus still being his hero and went a tag with him. And Cesaro warned him about the kind of guy Sheamus, really is and all that and being the bar and all that. But there are a lot of people dumping all over Ridge. I mean, I have a lot of experience doing it. And I still, like, compared to a lot of people I hear give promos, like that was better than some of theirs. And people from Dutch to Mantel to fans to all kinds of people. Like, I didn't think it was that terrible. For how much experience he has and how many people you hear that are really just hurting your damn brain when they talk. So we'll see where they go with that with him and Sheamus. If they do team up, Sheamus shows up, beats the hell out of him. Do we have the bar come back? I mean, what the hell are we going to do? I don't know. I think him teaming up with Sheamus Reigns would be actually really good just to get him experience-wise, because we all can say he does need experience. So that could be a plus, but you got to see how it plays out. Like, that's the bit when you got to really see how it all plays out. And I'm sure we will, but I think people are, dumping on him a little too hard. Maybe I'm just missing something. It's just, I didn't think it was that bad on the stick. Just not as bad as at least people made it out to be. Because I mean, just go back to Sasha and Charlotte from a couple weeks ago. That was bad. That was like mute the TV, walk away, go pee. Like, that was that kind of bad. Kind of like the main event, which, by the way, King Woods defeated Roman via disqualification. He said if he wins, and he doesn't bend the knee to King Xavier, he relinquishes the title and, he's off of SmackDown. And then it made, Woods did put on a good match. I mean, he like getting to see what he can actually do now that he's not in the other Francesca, do it like he was normally just the hype guy for the New Day. So seeing him in matches, I mean, he can really, really wrestle and think all the years of abuse he didn't take because of that role. But I mean, if you're going to say and do all that, like, which is why I said it hurts my head and it's stupid beyond all belief, what's the point of like having them say, oh, that when the Usos come in, they attack Woods. Woods then wins by disqualification. Ergo, Roman loses. And then at the end of the day, he's kneeling. They put, the Usos put the crown on his head. Like, it's the point, like, you're trying to build it up so people watch it, and we all know what's going to happen. And then, like, especially when you do that, then we really know what's going to happen. And then you still have Roman lose, but somehow that's the way it happens, which I feel just really is insulting to all of our intelligence. But the hell do I know? I'm just a dude with a beard. But I thought that was completely just pointless, worthless, and insulting to people's intelligence because, like, oh, if he loses, he's going to do this. And, then none of that happens anyway. So what was the point? And they didn't do any of those things. He kneeled to get the crown put on his head, even though he technically lost the match, which is why I say, if you're going to do stuff like that, at least shock people and do so. There's no point in putting it out there. You know what's going to happen, like, regardless, like we all thought, no matter what. And then, he still wins, but there's Roman getting the crown on. Like, it's just, I don't know what they're going to do with it, though. Or Kofi will come back and there'll be tag team title pictures. What they're going to do with Xavier and Roman, they're going to put them together for a pro. I don't know what they're going to do, but, it's a waste of time and insulting to my intelligence and all of you people's intelligence. Because it's like, no matter what, we know what's happening. And then, well, no matter what, didn't matter anyway. So stop doing that. And I will say before we move on to AEW that, the idea, I think it was like, Roman? No, Seth, maybe? So, we should save the draft for, no, but the Survivor Series people to make it mean something. It's either him or Becky or I don't know, but saying that, like, the losing team, like the first, the losing team should come out 1 through 5 in the Royal Rumble, and then the winning team should get 26 through 30 in the order that, they were there at the end. Like, I think that's, at least it would make it mean something because, I mean, hell, they didn't even have people qualify for it this year. Here you go. You're on the team. So Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I think I could dig that. I'm sure most of you could dig that. So there's a really good thing. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to do any of that, but at least I'll make it interesting and put something on there. Make it, not just, okay, here you go. I mean, that's all it really is. I mean, at least, again, there were qualifying matches, which led to stories, which now it's just throwing people on a team. Well, there's still animosity, all kinds of stuff there, but, just at least they would have qualified. So we'll see what they do. I think that would be a good idea to me. Make it actually worth something. Which it almost felt like it was in 2019 before the pandemic when they had NXT there, and somehow NXT won the whole damn night. And then inside the next year and a half, they go from that to not being on Survivor Series, not being black and gold, looking like they're in a high school gymnasium with all the tie dye and all that, and no one caring. Like they've fallen far from there, from the heights they were at. But anyway, let's move on. Rampage. Jungle Boy defeated Bobby Fish with the snare trap, and Bobby put a whooping on that shoulder. I mean, I thought it was a good match between the two of them. I didn't think it was that bad. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. And of course, we knew Cole was going to come out after the match and put more of it on to Jungle Boy before the match. Him and the Bucks had against Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage. So he came out there doing get ready to do a concerto until Christian comes trotting to the ring with Luchasaurus. And shockingly enough, Adam Cole splits, leaves Bobby Fish to get whooped. I mean, that's their thing. And they still keep using the word undisputed and all this stuff. So let's just see where they go with it. I mean, I don't even know why they would, but again, that was a good match. And all the packages, I must say that all the video packages, because then Miro and Bryan's came on. I thought that was great. Punk versus Eddie. I thought they did a good job there. They got the point across. Ty Conti and Britt Baker. Again, good video package they put together with it. There's them talking video. Like I thought all three of them were actually really good. So I will say that for the night. Their video packages to build up the matches. I enjoyed them all because it wasn't too much. They're quick to the point and it wasn't overly drawn out like you see the Machine do sometimes. So that was good to me. I like them all. Say whatever you want about me. Comment, please. But it's led to Adam Cole and the Young Bucks backstage, run their suck, enter Hangman. Bye-bye, Adam. He apologizes to the Bucks and then tells them to stay out of Full Gear. Jade Cargill defeated Santana Garrett in the tournament, which I really don't even get what the point was. I mean, it was that quick. We got more out of entrances, and then Red Velvet coming afterwards, her and Jade's interaction, than we got in the whole match. I just don't understand the point in it. But I think Red Velvet and Jade Cargill is a match people are going to want to watch, so they do have that going for them. Again, I just don't. It was just so. And I get they only have an hour, but it was just it was quick, at least to me. Again, then Punk and Eddie Kingston's package, which I thought was good. Dante Martin defeats Arie Davari. I mean, it was a quick one to me, the match, but it was good to see Davari, as we've seen him in WWE before. And he's from Minnesota and there where they were, so it was good to see him. And after the match, I mean, it didn't last long, but after the match, Team Taz offers Dante a contract. And all I gotta say is that damn BLM armband on him. Most people probably didn't even notice it. I didn't until the end. But for the love of God, please keep all the political nonsense out of our wrestling. We finally got them to stop telling us to get vaccinated. Can we keep all that where it is? Now, don't intermingle it with there, because there are some people that find that to be a complete turnoff, which will kill your audience. If you don't like it, that'll keep watching it. But it's gonna it's supposed to be an escape from the crazy realities and all that. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Not throwing anything out there. Just not trying to be a dick. Just keep it out of there. I know a lot of people are just. I get why he did it again, but just all of it. Just telling people to get vaccinated, like the WWE did for forever. We all know. I was just tired of hearing it every 5 seconds. Just keep it out of there. Like, let people have their escape from, the world we live in. And then again, Ty Conti and Britt Baker package, which I thought, again, they did a good job, which led us to Matt Hardy defeating Orange Cassidy in a lumberjack match. So, all the normal stupid happened. And Matt steals the victory after brass knuckles. There was a butcher of the blade, but kind of hits him. Matt gets the win. He dropped that terrible elbow where he didn't hit him like at all. You could see it. He says, well, he's just trying to do it to make sure that, the ref thought that he was the one that put him down and all that, but like, he could have just dropped on an exclamation point. Like, I'm sure he just dumb to completely miss it. Like, throw, as the heel, just put that last shot in there. Like, I don't know. I thought it was stupid. And they all realized how bad it was from the camera angle, and that's them trying to save it. I don't know. That was just ridiculous looking, but I will give them, say one thing about like any of that, regardless of that elbow drop, brass knuckles, anything. A lot of people seem to like brass knuckles in AEW. Just think of if Orange Cassidy was in the machine and took like a twist of fate, a twist of hate, whatever the hell you want to call the damn thing, with a chair around his neck and got dropped like that. I know, we all know. Orange Cassidy wouldn't be seen for a couple weeks. He'd come back with a neck brace on, talking about how he damn near paralyzed him. And they would drag that on for forever. There'd be more attacks on it. And like, that's how they do it. No one can deny it. Like, you could even tell me I'm crazy. You can't deny it because that's what they do. Somehow he had that happen on Wednesday night, and boom, there he was on Friday. No neck brace, having a match. Like, give you credit for that. Don't make it look like the guy died. Like, holy bejesus, would the machine at WWE would have him laid out like an SOB, like crippled, like all that. Like, it, I know it, we all know it. So good on them. At least, play it off at least a semi, not wholly like damn, attempted murder rate stuff. So good on them. Like, I just saw that. I was like, damn, if he's in the machine, he'd be like dead right now in a wheelchair. So there's that. And then again, I ain't get to watch, Full Gear yet. But, I think obviously now Kenny, being hurt, his shoulder and all this stuff about that. And I've seen people say like it was a good pay-per-view. I've seen people say that sucked, but if he's as hurt as they say he was, put together a match to make it so, Hangman could still beat him and get the title instead of just relinquishing it and giving it. So if he really is that hurt, at least he gave you a match for it. He finished it off. Britt, like I said, no offense to Ty, but it's not time for, it's got that feeling like it's just not time for Britt to lose. It's not, wouldn't have been the right call to have Britt Baker lose the women's title. So saw that one coming. Okay with that. MJF, cheating to win. It's MJF. Lucha Bros holding on to the titles. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. There's a lot of, so there was, Brian and Miro. I'm glad that happened. And again, everyone probably had the feeling that Brian was going to beat Mox, but we'll never know, sadly, how that would have happened, but we all thought he was going to. So still, overall, I haven't watched yet, but there's a lot of good stuff, and they got it accomplished. I've heard people saying All Out was better, so time will tell. So, we'll see. But again, people, I would say Friday was just, okay. It had its moments. Wasn't the greatest thing ever for go homes or, Smackdown or anything like that. But they did advance some stories and stuff. But yeah, I'll get to, Full Gear, just, the way things, timed out and stuff. It just didn't work out. But good night of wrestling. Good weekend. Hey, anytime there's wrestling, there's more than just one big company like that. That's a good thing. And Jay Lethal showed up, so that's a good thing. But on to tonight and the machine and the stupidity that's probably going to ensue. But I will leave you at that. I appreciate the watch and the listen. And remember, to always like, share, comment, and repeat on all the videos. And if you're listening to audio, you could still share it out to your socials, no matter like what you're listening to. And I appreciate it all, especially you guys coming in from other countries. Please share it out to your people. Keep it growing. I think I, haven't completely lost my mind. I'm doing a good job. So let me know what you think. Share it out. Enjoy the night. I appreciate y'all. And tomorrow we'll get up here and talk about 15 minutes, quarter to stupid being Monday Night Raw. So appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. Let me know what you think. Share it out. And like always, enjoy the rest of your night and peace.